Hey YouTube, Kira Qualia here, bringing you all my Shaman King Cardfight Vanguard Title Booster Trial Deck opening. This is the trial deck that went along with the release of the Shaman King Title Booster series. It's a really awesome deck that focuses on giving support for our main character, Yo Asakura, and also providing a couple other cards that you will use in some of the other decks from the Team Funbari Hot Springs, including Faust the Eighth, and also Wooden Sword Ryu. So you can get a bunch of other triggers from this deck as well, including just generic ones and the Sentinels as well, along with an over trigger. So I definitely do recommend picking up at least one of these title booster trial decks if you're hoping to build something from the set, giving you more of a budget friendly option for all of the important cards you'll need for your deck. So let's go ahead and get started with the opening, see if we can pull some pretty awesome stuff along with the cards listed on the back. You do have a chance to pull some Shaman King rares as well, I believe. I don't remember if it's two Shaman King rares, but there's also the type of SP that you can pull by chance. I don't know if it's one per title booster like box, which I think comes with like 6 trial decks, but we'll test my luck with one and see how I do. And then we'll just go through all the other cards you get. So we also have the markers, which orange is a pretty nice color. I don't think we've gotten an orange title booster marker yet for the game. I believe there's also one underneath the trial deck also. Let's see, is it there? Yep. So there's the smaller power one. So you get 2 of those. You have the playmat here, which just has the guidebook, and then the color-coded Shaman King playmat as well. And then we have our trial deck, which has, I believe they'll have the Shaman King rares at the end and the potential SP as well. But to start off, we have our foil that everyone is guaranteed to get, and that is Fighting Together, Yo Asakura. It has an Oversoul on Vanguard. You put a rear guard with Amida Maru and its card name into your soul. To draw a card, and this unit gets continuous, all of your front row gets plus 5,000 till end of turn. And when this unit attacks, if your damage zone has 4 or more cards, counter +1, and it gets a critical +1 till the end of that battle. So it's not even really anything to deal with the Oversoul for the second card effect. It's more just a boost to the Vanguard circle with Amida Maru. So let's see, did they give us 3? And the front here, I believe. Yeah, because I think this is the potential SP card that you can get. We have Fated Battle, Yo Asakura. This is the Vanguard unit. So when this unit is boosted by a unit with Amida Maru's card name, counter +1, draw a card, and this unit gets plus 5,000 until the end of that battle. So I believe they gave us 3 copies because it also has a rear guard skill of during your turn. It gets plus 2,000 power. We have the 10k vanilla Dr. Faust the Eighth as just, I guess you could use it in the Faust deck, but just more generic as well. It looks like just 1 copy of this, maybe 2, because there could also potentially be Shaman King rare. Here is Famous Delinquent, Wooden Sword Ryu. When this unit attacks, if your Vanguard with Yo Asakura's card name hits, counter +2, stand this unit. So yeah, these cards just support Yo Asakura since they're on Team Funbari Hot Springs. So let's see how many copies of Ryu. So I think we potentially have 4. There's 3 copies here. And then here is our first grade 1, which is Itako Ana Kyoyama, just the generic Sentinel. This is the Sentinel that doesn't have the card skills. So I think this also has a chance to be Shaman King rare. So we have 3 copies here. We have our grade 1 legendary Samurai, Amida Maru. During your turn, if you have a Vanguard with Yo Asakura's card name, this unit gets plus 5,000. And that Vanguard Oversoul this turn, this unit gets critical +1. Just another option setting the Amida Maru to the initial critical, since normally spirits in this deck or series don't have any critical. So we have 3 copies here, I believe, as well. We have Manifested Form Eliza. If we have Eliza and Amida Maru, I can only assume we'll get Tokogero as well as a specific form in this deck. With Manifested Form Eliza, during the battle, this unit boosted a unit with Faust the Eighth in its card name. It gets plus 5,000 power. So like I said, usable in the Faust the Eighth deck as well. So we have 3 copies of this card as well. And here is Stubborn Bandit Tokogero. On rearguard, during your turn, this unit gets plus 2,000 power. And all of your units with Wooden Sword Ryu in their card names in the same column get plus 5,000. Just another boost option, just like Eliza. 3 copies until we get to the end for this. And now we're on to the trigger units. We have Unyielding Battle, Amida Maru. I just really think it's cool that you can get triggers that are just related to each specific deck you want to play. In this series, we have Vengeful Tokogero for our front trigger. So 3 copies, and these are all the generic ones. It looks like 3 copies, but the 2 here and the 1 in the back. We have Acting Like Yo, Amida Maru. You can definitely tell in the face that Amida Maru is acting like Yo in this card art. I believe 3 copies of the draw, and then potential 1 in the back. Here's the adorable Happy Memories Eliza for our heal trigger, so a very fitting heal for Faust. I believe Amidamaru got a heal in the actual main booster set, so here's just a heal trigger to use for, was it Faust the 8th? Here is our normal order, which is Tathagata, I believe is how you, or Tathagata. Play this if you have a unit with Yo Asakura in its card name. If you have a rear guard with Amidamaru in its card name, choose one of your vanguards with Yo. It gets plus 10,000. And if you don't have a rear guard with Amidamaru, choose a card with Amidamaru in its card name from your drop zone and call it to her. So it sets up your Oversoul. So definitely a very good normal order. Here is where we start the many different units. So our first one is Fighting Together, Yo Asakura. I think that takes me out of the running for a SP, since this may have been the SP spot. Here's the grade 2, Fated Battle, Yo Asakura. Shaman, Yo Asakura. So this is the grade 1. I believe they only gave us one copy of this in the starter, which we'll get to in just a second. When this unit is placed on Vanguard by riding from Yo Asakura, search your deck for up to 1 Legendary Samurai Amidamaru. Call it to your back row center. So it sets up the boost like a lot of the other units I've gone over in the Shaman King Title Booster series. Our grade 2 is Dr. Faust the 8th, so that's not the Shaman King rare either. We have Famous Delinquent Wooden Sword Ryu. Here's Itako Ano Kyoyama. Legendary Samurai Amidamaru. Closer I get to potential trigger for a Shaman King rare. Manifested Form Eliza. Stubborn Bandit Tokagero. Unyielding Battle Amidamaru, so it's not the critical. Vengeful Tokagero for the front. Acting Like Yo Amidamaru. Happy Memories Eliza. Tathagata for our second copy of the order. And, oh, nice, our starter is Shaman King Rare, Yo Asakura. So I was wondering where the starter would be, but awesome that we have a foil Shaman King Rare of this. With that must mean our last one is also very, very nice, the Over Trigger in Shaman King Rare, which is Oversoul Strike. So with this one, additional effect, you choose one of your opponent's vanguards and deal 1 damage, and the play effect if your vanguard is an Oversoul this turn, you can activate this as a normal order, then you'll just place it down and retire all of your opponent's rear guards. Really, really awesome that I got 2 very usable cards for the Shaman King rares. Very, very nice. And as for the whole deck, like I said, this is definitely one that you can pick up and then just build for the Yo Asakura deck. But if you're also looking to put together either the Wooden Sword Ryu deck or the Faust the 8th deck, this is definitely a deck you'll need to pick up, if nothing just for the trigger units and the additional spirits that will assist with the other ones. A lot of these focus on Yo Asakura, including the Wooden Sword Ryu, but the Faust is pretty generic, which you can run in the Faust deck as well. And even if you just need triggers or sentinels, this is a good pickup to get just for those, any other deck you want to run. And as always, I hope you all enjoyed the opening, and until next time, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and Kira Qualia out.